Guys, this is Basalt 911 and I am going to show you how to solve a 3x3. So yeah, you won't be going as fast as me unless you have a really good cube such as the Nyannyannyannyan or any other cube from the Alpha one, which is pretty good. If you're using a Rubik's Cube, then you won't go as fast as me, but since my Rubik's Cube is been used so long, it got really worn in, so it's going to be smoother for me. I'm going to be using my Nyannyannyannyan just for faster movement, so of course, to start solving it, so we scramble it up. As you probably know, the movements of this are pretty okay. Okay, so the scramble tool here. Now for the how to do it. Okay, so let's pretend this is the front face. Okay, so this would be F. So when it just says the letter, okay, so let me just explain this better. So okay, up, down, right, left, F, front, back. So when I say F, that's short for front. And then if I just say the average letter, you turn it clockwise. But if I say something called F prime with an F and then an asterisk afterwards, then you go like this, which is basically counterclockwise. When I say lowercase r, then okay. When I say lowercase r, the lowercase means both layers, like this. And then when I say M, it's like middle. And then if I say X, you move it like this. Y, you move it like this. And yeah, that's everything. That's all you need to know to solve this. So yeah, let's get starting. First, what you're gonna need to do is get the cross. Basically, what you need to do is just remember this color scheme. Green is opposite to blue, red is opposite to orange, and white is opposite to yellow. So that's all, but what you need to remember is this and this to make the cross. So let's just make it. So let's say, okay, so I know that this is supposed to be opposite of blue, so then I have to turn it up so it's opposite. And then I know this should be here since it's already white, and then I know this should be across from here. So what you need, so yeah, I'm just gonna bring it up like that. So there you have it. You can make these aligned, but if you want to solve it fast, I don't really care for that. And then after I solve it, it's pretty good. So now turn your cube over here. Okay. So now what you need to do, before you do that, okay, you need to put in the corners, which are basically these three colors. So basically, all you have to do is look at this. Make sure they're all white on top, here, or there. So, but they need to be two colors, and what they're going to be between. So let's say we do this one. This needs to be, okay, the blue is here, orange is here. So that means I can insert it just by doing these moves. R prime, D prime. Like that. Very simple. And if it's in the wrong place, just do that again. Then bring it back up, and then it should be out. So let's just place this one. So for this one, you do, instead of just doing this first, you do D prime, R prime, D, which places it in. Okay, let's do this one again. So D prime, R prime, D. Bring it back up. And let's do okay, so when it's facing downwards, here's what you do. Basically, instead of doing that, when you do this, you turn it a full. Then instead of doing D prime, you do R, and then D2, which means 2 turns, and then you bring it back up. That should make it into this case where all you have to do is R prime, D prime, and then back up. That should solve your for the top face. This is a layer by layer method, so it doesn't really matter if you solve it at sides. So now we're going to place the edges. Okay, so let's say we do this one. So what we need to do is, don't ignore this part, just look at this. So these, you align it to where the coordinating center, and then you do this algorithm. U prime, R, L, yeah. Okay, yeah. L prime, U, L, then turn it so that this is facing you, and then you do U, R, U prime, R. That should place it in there, and then you basically, let's do this one. So U, L prime, U prime, L prime, U, L, turn, U, R, U, R prime. So yeah, that solves it. Okay, so you just do that until you finish. So like for this one, you just mirror that. So like that. That's basically all you have to do. And then now for the last layer. So what you need to do is get the yellow cross. These side colors doesn't matter. So what you need to do is R prime, D prime, B prime, D, R, D, B, and R. So then that should make this, and then you just repeat that until you get this case. Okay, so basically what you need to do, so these just flip the back ones. So if we're gonna need to flip these ones, we gotta put them in the back like this. So we just do the algorithm, and then there we saw this face. So now look for, okay, so for like this case, these are perfectly fine, but let's say it isn't, like this, where these are switched. So basically what you need to do, okay, so those two matching ones, turn it around, and then you look for, and then look for the one that's on the left side. You hold it like this, and then you do D2, R prime, D2, R, D, R prime, D, R. And then you just realign it, and then that should solve your case. The next part I will do it next. So yeah, the link for part 2 is right here. Okay, yeah. You have 5 seconds. Okay, the link's gone, so yeah, subscribe and watch more of my videos, and thanks. I gotta get back to my homework, so yeah.